Hello, everyone. My name is Denitza, and I'm the co-founder of Propy. I'm here today to tell about our mission to put real estate ownership on chain. I come from a country in Eastern Europe, Bulgaria, that was part for 45 years of a regime where private property didn't exist. After the Second World War, entrepreneurs from my country lost their private ownership into the state. I was born and raised in the developing regime of that country, where the ownership was given back to people. And that was the developing country. I grew up and I witnessed what it means to gain back control of what belongs to you. My kids and my future son are lucky enough to be born in a developed country. And I can say that even developed countries need to go on the next stage. And I believe that all of you here understand already the impact of the Web3 technology and what it can bring to us. But I want to tell you that that's not a new thing. For 5,000 years, we have been protecting property rights. The early proof for that is found in Egypt, where actually property ownership was stored on the block, but on a clay block. Later on, we've witnessed the development of that into the feudal system and the modern day storage, the so-called torrent system invented in the 19th century. Still, in a big part around the world, property is still recorded on paper. Of course, in the most developed countries, property rights are digitized. But I'm here today to tell you what happens if from digitizing we go to blockchainizing. So our mission and goal is to I'm sorry, that's the clay blocks I was talking about. So our mission is to empower home ownership globally, to redefine the property rights and to give them back to the people and into a true open source, single source of truth, title registry, secured by blockchain technology, of course. Such an open-sourced, community-driven property registry is the only way to guarantee the instantaneous ownership transfer, wallet to wallet, in a secure and safe way. At the same time, that's the only way where we can have a very fast and efficient transfer that is also saving a lot of time and money, which is the biggest problem of the developed world. So, as I told you, property rights are digital in a big part of the world, but still we are suffering. 10% of home value is being spent for just to make sure that the transaction is settled properly. But we don't need to do that because we have the right technology that is helping us do that in an instant way. And we have been proving that for the last already 7 years. The time is now. We've seen companies, actually the biggest real estate owner in the United States, BlackRock, it's already adopting the technology from being skeptical a few years ago. At the same time, the biggest lobbyist organization in the United States, which happens to be the National Association of Realtors, is being sued for unfair advantage and for imposing very high transaction costs and high commissions. And of course, companies like ours are striving and building the change, and we can see that in the past months, we already see that the consumer is ready and that people are embracing this change finally. So a little bit about my company and what we are doing. Propy is a real estate transactional engine powered by AI and Web3. We are also a licensed title and escrow company in the United States, which allow us to tokenize properties in a brand new way. And when I talk about tokenizing, I don't mean just fractional ownership. I'm talking about that the whole ownership is put on chain and can be transferred in a very fast, instantaneous, and secure way, but at the same time in a compliant way. We were the first one to introduce this system, but not the only ones, and we are very happy that that's the new way of transferring properties in real estate in the United States. In fact, we've processed more than 4 billion worth of real estate that way. We were the first one to introduce the so-called two-click property sale experience that happened back in 2021, where a person sold his home in just 2 minutes auction. And you can see that was the home in Florida. It's a very historical transaction, and luckily not the only one. Now, the reality of today is that 1 in every 10 person in the United States is using crypto as a down payment for their home. The new generation is using crypto to acquire real estate. But that's not the only great thing that's happening. Over 120,000 homes are minted solely from March this year in the United States by the new generation. They're putting their title ownership on chain. And that compromise of 10 billion worth of real estate that's ready to go into the RWA space. This is actually the proof that we are ready to embrace the new way of storing digital ownership. Now I'm going to show you how fast it is actually to put your deed on chain. And by the way, you don't have to be in US to do so. You can be anywhere around the world. And we have a global title registry at the end of the day. So the most important part here is that we are starting a movement that would eventually in the future turn into a global title registry where we all will have our ownership in our wallet. So that's just how fast it's actually to have your deed stored in the form of NFT in your wallet. So we will watch till the end, but pretty much that's the whole process. So Again, the most important element of this is that now it's the time to embrace this new way of ownership protection, to put our deeds on chain. Imagine a world where you store not only your crypto belongings, but your property ownership on your on-chain wallet. Well, this world exists today. You can go ahead and do it. We are doing this in partnership with Coinbase at the moment and hopefully with other exchange wallets to secure that the user experience for the end user is seamless and that you have everything that you need within your pocket on your phone. Again, we are doing this, we are on the mission to make a new liquid real estate economy possible and to address not just the housing affordability and the seamless way of transacting, but also to make the world, the developing world, more accessible and to eventually record land globally. Thank you very much for your attention, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me.